Alon, Wasalon, you with the nasty pastor, and I'm back with another chapter read from Ramses, the son of light. You got what I'm saying? You know, we left off in chapter 14. I was speaking about Shana, you know what I mean, the brother. And I'm still, you know what I mean, I'm on YouTube Googling him. And I think I found well, this was months ago. Maybe, when we first started the reading, I found like a 10-minute, maybe. It wasn't a long, matter of fact, it might not even been what's the name? Clipping, you know what I mean, a video. I think it was something on Google I read about Shana, and it was very brief, you know what I mean? It just stated that, he was Seti's one oldest son, you know what I mean? But it didn't get into details of death. It didn't get into details of it had no details in it. So I'm hoping by the time we get through this book, there will be something, you feel what I'm saying? Very something that is enlightening about this man. You got what I'm saying? Because to speak of him and to come from such greatness, you know what I mean? From such greatness, there's little information. You feel what I'm saying? But like I said, once again, you with the nasty pastor, you know what I mean? We back with another chapter read of Ramses, and we're diving into chapter 15. Pharaoh's ship was sailing north. Some distance out of Memphis, they had tacked toward one of the lesser branches of the Nile. Now they were deep in the delta. Ramses was dazzled. The opposite of the desert, this was the territory of the god Horus. Now, Horus, you get what I'm saying? You know, that right there was someone that first realized we have evil and we have good in us. We have good and we have bad in us. That was the first one. You give me the first one that woke up and understood that it's two sides. You get you get me? To us gods, to us goddesses, to us men, to us women, to us kings, to us queens. You got what I'm saying? You have to make a choice. Let's proceed. Where Set ruled, the river valley cut a narrow swath of green through the vast desert. Here, water was all powerful. The heart of the delta was a huge swamp, thick with papyrus plants, teeming with birds and fish. There were no towns, not even villages, only a few fishermen's shacks on islands that were really no more than the tops of submerged hillocks. The light shimmered unlike the valley harsh, direct sun. The weeds danced in the wind that blew down from the sea. Black flamingos, along with ducks, herons, and pelicans, shared this vast domain of meanders and backwaters. Here a ring-tailed wildcat plundered a kingfisher's net. There was a snake slithered under some bushes, producing a cloud of multicolored butterflies. Man was not yet master of this place. The ship gradually slowed carefully, steered by a captain familiar with these treacherous waters. Now let's back that up because I just missed an important key part of what it is to be a god. And you know what I mean? It said man was not yet mastered of this place. We talking about black flamingos. Who seen? I ain't never seen a black flamingo. I ain't even seen a black flamingo on TV. I haven't. I seen the pink ones. You feel what I'm saying? All these other animals, I don't even know what a heron is. Herons. I don't even know what that is. I know what pelicans are. I know what a wildcat is. You got what I'm saying? And the butterflies, I know what that is. Now you see where it said King's Fisher's net, right? So it was a god of catching seafood, catching fish already presented, but it just says a different way, a different way to you. Let's keep it moving. The ship gradually slowed, carefully steered by the captain familiar with these treacherous waters. On board were 20 seasoned sailors. At the prow stood their supreme ruler. His son was secretly observing him, fascinated by his presence. Said he was Egypt incarnate with 1,000 years of pharaonic rule in reinforcing his awareness of divine grandeur and the pettiness of men. In the eyes of his people, Pharaoh remained a mysterious personage. His true home, they believed, was the starry heavens. Come on, man. Come on, come on. Come on, man. It didn't say the true home was hell. You get what I'm saying? It didn't. It didn't, right? It said Seti true home was the starry heavens. You get what I'm saying? The heavens. Now, when you go into the Holy Bible, it tell you the heavens is what? Our clouds, you got what I'm saying? You understand me? And when you look at Exodus, can you really understand the growth in Seti 1? Can you really understand how he was a rational thinker just as Moses was? Let's dive into this. His true home, they believed, was the starry heavens. His earthly presence served as a link with the other world. His gaze opened the door to that world for his people. Without him, the country would be overrun by barbarians. With him, the future was a promise of eternity. Come on, man. Is that not what they promise us if we get to heaven? Is it not what whom we pray to promise us? Come on, let's work. Let's work these good deeds. Let's work them. Ramses was keeping a log of the expedition just as he had on the first trip with his father. This time he had no idea what the purpose of the voyage was. Neither his father nor the crew would discuss it. The prince noted an underlying tension in the men, as if danger lurked. At any moment, a monster might rear up and devour the vessel. As before, Seti had given him no time to say goodbye to Iset the Fair and Amunai. Ramses imagined a form of fury, the latter's concern. Still, he will follow his father anywhere he chose to lead, resisting the pull of love and friendship. Come on, man. Love and friendship. There are people out here that love you, but there are people out here that love you, not going to keep continuing to be pulled into your BS. You get what I'm saying? It's called, most people get to a point they deliver tough love to you. They don't have time for the whining no more. They don't have time for the blame game no more. They don't have time for your lies no more. You're not 5. You're not 10. You're not 15. You're 20-some years old. You're 30-some years old. You're 40-some years old. You're 50-some years old. You're 60-some years old and beyond. Now, how I'm going to look at a 60-year-old man and have some pity for him? How I'm going to look at a 60-year-old woman and have some pity for her? Come on, man. Get real. Get real. Ramses was keeping a log of the expedition just as he had on the first trip with his father. This time he had no idea what the purpose of the voyage was. Neither his father nor the crew would discuss it. The prince noted an underlying tension in the men, as the danger lurked. At any moment a monster might rear up and devour the vessel. As before, Seti had given him no time to say goodbye to Iset the Fair and Amunai. Ramses imagined a form of fury, the latter's concern. Still, he would follow his father anywhere he chose to lead, resisting the pull of love and friendship. I had to give it to you again. You got what I'm saying? I just had to give it to you again. Now look, a channel opened, eased their progress, and the ship went ashore at a grassy islet with an odd wooden tower on it. The king went down a rope ladder. Ramses followed. Pharaoh and prince then climbed the wooden tower. which had battlements of wattle. On top, it felt like being in the sky. Seti's attention was so focused that Ramses dared not ask any questions. Look, Ramses, so high in the heavens it seemed to touch the sun, a flock of migrating birds flew south in a V. They come from beyond the known world, Seti revealed. Now, how many of y'all have looked up in the sky and seen that? I see that in today's time. I just saw that, honestly speaking with you, I just saw that maybe the beginning of this month. We're in, what is this month? April? I just saw that in April, for real. You got what I'm saying? They was in a V shape. Even, they was in a V shape, and I'm gonna get to the other part too. Okay, I'm gonna bookmark this because we about done. You know what I mean? Because I know where I'm going with this. We're gonna be about done. Yeah, they was in a V shape, and they had some other birds flying on the side. You got what I'm saying? Trailing. Now, I ain't gonna say the last time I went fishing, but the last time I went fishing on the far end of the 14th Street Bridge in Richmond, you know what I mean? The ducks in the water was in a V shape. Yeah, it was in a V shape. You get what I'm saying? Trailing. You feel what I'm saying? Then they had some other ones that was meeting up with. So I say this to you, you know what I mean? You better watch nature. You better look at nature, because there are some things in nature that can help you understand man. You get me? Man. I don't care if it's, women, the gender. I'm talking to both genders. It can help you understand man. You get what I'm saying? Birds gang up. Come on now. Do they not? Do they not gang up? Only thing you don't see the birds doing, fighting each other. Only thing you don't see the birds doing, pulling out guns and shooting each other. Only thing you don't see birds doing is pulling out a knife and cutting each other. You understand what I'm saying? So to tell me that these creatures that we have dominion over is lesser than us, come on man. We behave more badly than they do. And we have dominion over them. We're supposed to be smarter. We're supposed to be more educated. You get what I'm saying? We are supposed to be able to congregate with each other. Why is it that the birds can, but us human beings, us goddesses, us kings and queens, we can't? Why? Why? Why is it that we do so much evil to each other, but these birds and these animals get along? Why? There's something really mentally, and that goes for the whole population on this earth of gods, goddesses, kings, queens, men, and women. There is something mentally unstable with us. Very mentally unstable with us. I would say for the black community, I don't care who you are, from Oprah, well, Obama is really a Arabic, you know what I mean? His dad was an Arab for real, for real. You got what I'm saying? His mom was black, you know what I mean? I'm correct in saying that. His dad was an Arab, his mom was an African, but there's something mentally, you know what I mean, unstable about us. You get what I'm saying? And then when you get into the black community, yes, we're damaged. Slavery has damaged us. You got what I'm saying? I will stand on that. I believe that. And I believe there's something in our blood. There's something in our makeup. There's something that sparked genetically that keeps being passed down throughout the generations. It's time for somebody to fight. It's time for somebody to take a stand and say, no, I'm going to do this a different way. No, I'm not going to do this to my brother. I'm not going to do this to my sister. You feel what I'm saying? I'm going to walk away. You get me? Look, it was a jive little short read, you know what I mean? But I've been told myself chapter 15 going to have 3 parts to it. And I just, want to just elaborate again on some things, you know what I mean? It's time to treat each other with some kindness. You feel what I'm saying? It's time to I'm never gonna say look the other way. I ain't gonna never say that. You got what I'm saying? Some things need to be straightened, some things need to be handled. You got what I'm saying? Handle it. You feel me? Say what you gotta say, move on. You feel me? Ain't no sense of cursing a person out and then standing right there. Unless they somewhere that you know, if they're in your yard, yeah, stay in your yard. You get what I'm saying? You in your car, stay in your car. You got what I'm saying? But if you just out in these public streets and people want to say this, say that, and you feel you in your right to curse them out, go and curse them out and move on. Maybe they'll leave you alone. For real, for real. You get it? You understand me? Anyway, you know what I mean? You've been with the nasty pastor, and like I said, you know what I mean? Let's eat this nourishment up. Let's make a stand. Let's do something different. I love you and I'm out.